Hey everyone, welcome back to Bryce Unplugged. Now, this is the episode where we're just going to talk, right? There's no fancy lights, no research papers, and no big structured lesson. Just me and you hanging out for a few minutes, just chatting. But before we get started, a quick thing. Carmen and I are planning a few meet and greets around some places where I'm speaking coming up. And we'd actually love to meet you in person. So stick around to the end of the video and we'll let you know where we're coming and how you can RSVP and we can get together. Because I love hanging out with people. It's the best part of doing this channel is when we actually get to meet people face to face. Okay, so let's talk about this week. Because we had two pretty big conversations on the channel, right? We were talking about fluctuations versus progression. And the other one was about those bad Parkinson days that seem to show up out of nowhere. And judging by the comments, the topic hit a nerve, which honestly didn't surprise me because if you live with Parkinson's, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your body changes a little and suddenly your brain turns into a full-blown investigative journalist. At least mine does. I hope yours does because mine does, right? The brain starts interrogating everything. You start asking questions, lots and lots of questions. Did I sleep weird? Did I take my meds late? Was it the protein? Things like that. Like, was it stress? Was it fatigue? Was it the weather? At some point, you're standing here thinking, maybe it's the socks. Hey, don't laugh. Some of you blame socks too. I mean, why not? Because when symptoms change, your brain immediately wants and needs an explanation. And truthfully, the explanation your brain picks is usually the most dramatic one possible. And there's a mental spiral that takes place, right? You wake up, your body feels different. Maybe your walking feels off or stiffness is louder than it was yesterday. And your brain goes, well, that's it. There it is. We've officially entered the next level of Parkinson's. Before you even got the snap, crackle, and pop of your cereal, you've mentally reorganized your entire future. You're basically updating your life plan before you even got the sleep out of your eyes. And then later that day, though, you maybe feel a little bit better. And then you sit there thinking, well, that was an emotionally exhausting day. And here's the part that nobody warns you about. The hardest part of Parkinson's, what it can sometimes be, right? It's not always the symptoms. It's the interpretation of the symptoms. It's the story we start telling ourselves about what that symptom means. Because Parkinson's okay, here's the thing. Parkinson's doesn't send you a message saying, hey, relax, this is only temporary. No, not even close. It just changes something slightly and it leaves you and your brain alone to figure it out. And when your brain doesn't have much information, well, you tend to fill in the blanks with the very worst case scenarios available. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to do the two episodes this week. Because when I was first diagnosed, nobody really explained to me that Parkinson's symptoms, can move around. They can fluctuate. They can change day to day or even change during the day, right? If something felt worse, I assumed it meant something permanent had just happened. And that's a heavy way to live, isn't it? But once you understand fluctuations, something changes mentally. You don't panic quite as fast and you give your body time and you give the day time. And sometimes things settle back down. Sometimes they just stay the same, and sometimes they settle down. The way I've started thinking about it, it's kind of like living here in Winnipeg, okay? You wake up, you look out the window, and there's snow everywhere. And your brain immediately goes, well, that's it. Winter is here forever. I'll see you in July. But of course, it's not forever, right? Sometimes it feels like it, but it's just today's weather. And sometimes Parkinson's is a lot like that. One stiff morning or one slow afternoon, one weird symptom, and our brain looks out the window and it goes, well, I guess this is it now. This is the way life is. And living in Winnipeg, we should actually be better at this. We really should, because we all know you can't judge the whole year by one snowy Tuesday in March. You really can't. And if you're one of the people that were in the comments this week saying things like, I thought it was just me. Nope. It's not just you. It's not even close. Almost everyone living with Parkinson's has those moments where you're just sitting there trying to figure it out. Is this a bad hour? Is it a bad day? Or is it something bigger? That uncertainty is part of the journey, unfortunately. But the more you understand the disease, the less power that uncertainty has over you. That's a big one. That's so true. So one of the biggest skills that you have to develop with living with Parkinson's is patience. I hate it. And not just patience with your body, but patience with your reaction to what your body's doing. So instead of immediately assuming the worst, you just start asking better questions. Is this just today? Is it just this hour? Those questions alone can save you so much unnecessary stress. Because Parkinson's progression, it tends to move slowly. It really does. But our imagination, that thing moves at really good internet speed. Really good internet speed. And that's why these conversations matter so much. That's why they're so important. Because when people start sharing their experiences, well, suddenly patterns start to make sense. You realize other people have the same strange ups and downs, the same confusing mornings, the same mental gymnastics trying to figure out the hell is going on with me today. And suddenly, you're not dealing with it alone. And that right there is the power of community. Okay, you know what? People keep asking me for Bryce-isms on these ones, so I wasn't going to do it, but I will. I'll give you one. Here's your Bryce-ism for this one. With Parkinson's, my symptoms fluctuate, but my brain still reacts like every minor change just triggered a medical season finale. Seriously. My body twitches a little, and my brain's like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for tonight's dramatic episode. Relax. It's Tuesday. Well, I said in the beginning too, that I was going to let you know where we're coming. So I want to meet you. So Carmen and I are setting up a few meet and greets, and they're around where I'm speaking. And I'd absolutely love to meet you if you're anywhere near the area. So if you want to join us, RSVP. The link's in the description, and I'll pin it in the comment as well. We'd love to shake your hand, love to give you a hug, love to hear your story, and love to spend some time together. And, let me know in the comments, though, what part of Parkinson's messes with your head the most? That would be really cool, just to compare notes, right? And again, that if you want to RSVP to see where we're going to be, it's rsvp.dolifetoday.com. And there you go. Helen, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was nice to spend a little bit of time together, just hanging out, just having a little conversation. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm glad we're doing life together. Okay, so you keep showing up, you keep laughing, you keep doing life today. And I'll see you on the next episode.